Let's lock in. Turki Alalshikh announced that he wants to make Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua next. But does that fight still matter is the question. I have my personal opinion on it, but before I give you my personal opinion, I want you to hear Turki Alalshikh say it himself. Now, this video appears courtesy of The Stomping Ground. Subscribe to The Stomping Ground for some of the best interviews in boxing. Now, let's listen to what Turki Alalshikh had to say.
Next, I want if Dubois win in February, I want to see Usyk and Dubois again.
Again, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. And I want to see Tyson, maybe with Joshua or something. We will decide.
I was going to say, just very quickly, I just spoke to Eddie Hearn. We know that we've all, as British
I'll let it ride a little bit more, I guess.
boxing fans, we've been desperate to see Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
Let's see what can happen.
Do you think it's realistic?
Everything in real is realistic.
Absolutely. Just very quickly, for next year, bigger and better. This year was incredible.
Inshallah,
but
I hope
yeah.
So.
Now, I think the fight is still relevant for one reason. It's the battle of Great Britain. Who's the best from the UK? That's really what this fight is at this point in time. Now, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury both lost to Alexander Usyk. Anthony Joshua has losses to other fighters like Andy Ruiz and Daniel Dubois. But before you go and use that to discredit Anthony Joshua, let's not forget Tyson Fury made fun of Anthony Joshua when he lost to Usyk, said he lost to a puffed up middleweight and joked about how easy it was to beat Alexander Usyk. Then he got in the ring with Alexander Usyk and got spanked the same way. Well, when I say spanked, they both of them, they got spanked respectfully. They got respectfully spanked by Usyk, meaning it wasn't like a whitewash and they were competitive at times, but in the end, they both lost to Usyk. You know, they both have that common opponent, Alexander Usyk, and they both got the same result against that common opponent. So everyone who's going to be like, yeah, well, Usyk is clearly the best in Great Britain because Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz. How do you know Tyson Fury wouldn't lose to Andy Ruiz? How do you know that? Because the same people who would make that argument, you were confident that he would beat Alexander Usyk at one point. And when Anthony Joshua first lost to Alexander Usyk, the Fury fans who were clowning Anthony Joshua felt like Fury would wash Usyk easily. And that was one of the talking points. He couldn't even beat Alexander Usyk. What makes you think he could beat Tyson Fury? Well, what do you know? Tyson Fury couldn't even beat Alexander Usyk. Maybe that's why you should let the fights be decided in the ring instead of on the internet. But we'll keep it going with this point that I'm making, which is this. You don't know that Tyson Fury can beat Andy Ruiz because he's never fought him. Anthony Joshua did. And if you want to use that loss to Andy Ruiz against Anthony Joshua, you got to give him credit for that win too, because he went back in there and he beat Andy Ruiz. So Andy Ruiz is a great fighter, good hand speed, and you never know. Tyson Fury got dropped by Francis Ngannou, a fighter who Anthony Joshua went in there and sparked out in 2 rounds. Fury struggled with him. Again, though, Fury people were saying how easy this fight was going to be, and Francis Ngannou was going to be no comp. And it wasn't even just Fury people. Boxing people were just saying that. I was saying it too. I did not think Francis Ngannou would actually go in there and arguably beat Tyson Fury in his first professional boxing match, which is what, you know, could have happened. It was a split decision. It was a split decision, Francis Ngannou, Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua sparked him out. Again, styles make fights, right? That's why you should let fights be decided in the ring and not on paper. We should wait to see the results. So again, you want to use Andy Ruiz against Tyson Fury. You want to use Andy Ruiz lost against Anthony Joshua. You got to use the Francis Ngannou fight against Tyson Fury. If you want to use the Daniel Dubois loss against Anthony Joshua, please tell me when Tyson Fury beat Daniel Dubois. And Daniel Dubois has good wins on his resume. Are you confident that if Tyson Fury and Daniel Dubois fought next, Tyson Fury would beat Daniel Dubois? So I say all that to say that to me, this fight would be about who's the most accomplished heavyweight of this generation from Great Britain. Who's the most accomplished heavyweight of this generation from the UK? That's what this is about. This is about solidifying her home turf. Fury may be past his prime and Anthony Joshua may be past his prime. It's possible Daniel Dubois would beat Tyson Fury too. You got Moses coming up. It's possible he can beat both of them. You have some up-and-coming heavyweights now. You got Bakoli still out there. It's possible Bakoli would do them all if Bakoli got a shot. But, the reality is, though, these are the most accomplished fighters. These are the big attractions. These were the guys who put UK heavyweight boxing on their back. So this would be for the argument, I'm the best heavyweight of the generation. And to me, Daniel Dubois is in a different generation. Moses is in a different generation. Fabio Wardley's in a different generation. They're not Usyk. They're not a part of the Usyk, Fury, Joshua class. They're the next class coming up. But this is what would make that fight relevant, because it would finally be settled which one of these guys was the best from the UK, and it would be settled in the ring. If you think you know, you should know by now. You have no idea until they step in the ring. If that isn't evident yet, then it is what it is. But I remember the same people laughing at AJ when he lost to Usyk. Them same people were crying, some of them who are overly invested, were crying last night when Tyson Fury lost to Usyk for a second time. And oh yes, I'll close with this. When Anthony Joshua lost to Alexander Usyk second time, he did have a meltdown. He had a meltdown, and they clowned him for it. Tyson Fury lost to Alexander Usyk the second time. He walked out the ring, didn't even want to get interviewed. If they would have put that mic in his face, though, he probably would have had a meltdown too. And I'm not mad at that, because I'm an advocate of letting the fighter leave the ring. If they're hot under the collar, let them go take a shower, let them calm down, let the emotions leave their body so that they can go to. So I'm not upset what Fury did. I wish personally he would have just been like, you know what, it was a close fight. I thought I won. I'll go review it again. I feel like it's tough losing two close fights the way that I did, but I know that I tried my best and just move on. But I'm okay with leaving the ring. If the alternative is you're going to have a meltdown, leave the ring. What people are going to say, oh, he was classless, he left the ring. Well, if you have your meltdown, they're going to say something worse. So I'm okay with Fury leaving the ring. But if they would have put that mic in Fury's face the way they did Anthony Joshua after he lost to Usyk that second time, I bet you he would have had a meltdown too. The bottom line is, to me, this fight is still relevant, but about who's the best of the era for the UK, who was the best, who's gonna own that era, who's gonna be able to walk around town with their head high, saying like, yeah, I'm the one from the soil, I'm the one from this part of town that put on for the UK. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Is this fight still relevant, or are you just done with it? Like, oh, screw this fight. Let me know. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Also, this is available on a podcast. Cadence Kerfuffle is on all major streaming services. If you can't watch the video, Check out the podcast. I'm out. Peace.